I have a 4-year-old horse. He has been a stud for 3 years of his life. I can ride him all day in an arena and have no issues. When you take him out on the trail and you're trotting him or galloping him, he bucks. Of course, the person he does this to does not stay on. After they fall off, he frantically runs miles away to where he's putting himself in danger. Any clue about how I can fix this problem or any advice to give?
For this question, I've got questions, okay? When you say that the horse is, I can ride him in the arena all day and he's fine, that doesn't tell me a whole lot because it doesn't really tell me what you're doing with him in there. If you're just walking him around in the arena, there's a good chance you're right. He's probably just fine. But I don't know, do you go train on the horse in the arena? Are you walk, trot, cantering? Are you changing directions? Are you moving his feet? I don't really know what you're doing in there, okay? But I'm going to kind of take the question at face value, and we'll go from there. So my first piece of advice to you would be make sure that when you're in the arena, you're simulating the things that you're going to do outside. This is we see this far too often. Somebody will take a horse in the arena and they'll go train on him in there. They're working on the fundamentals, intermediate, advanced, even riding in the arena. And then when they get out of the arena, they just switch on to, well, he's just a trail horse now, and now I have to put my hand down and let him walk and just hope for the best. You know, I have a little expression. I always say, hope is not a strategy. When I go outside, I'm going to be doing the same things that I'm doing in the arena. I'm just going to be doing that out in the big wide open. So when I get outside in the pasture or on the trail or whatever it is, I just treat it like it's my arena. So right away when you say he wants to buck when you trot him or gallop him, what's difficult for me in this situation is without seeing this, I can't really tell you whether he's bucking or not. My gut tells me from what you said when you said the rider gets dumped and then he gallops away frantic and he's having a big old panic about it, chances are he's not really listening to you and using the thinking side of his brain when you get outside of the arena. So I wouldn't be thinking about trotting or galloping him for any length of time whatsoever. I'd be going outside and working on my one-rein stops at the trot. And when I say one-rein stops, if this horse is hot and nervous and wants to run, I'm going to be doing those every 20 feet. You know what I mean? Every 20, 25 feet, half the width of one of our round pins. That's not a very far distance. So if you're the rider, by the time you feel the horse trotting, it's time to stop him again, okay? I'd be doing one-rein stops, bending transitions, go circle around objects on the ground, set you up some cones going down your trail every, 15, 20 feet. Trot him off to that cone, go circle 5-10 times around that cone. Trot him off, another 20 feet and go put his feet back to work. I suppose what I'm trying to tell you is put this nervous energy to good use. Don't try to contain it. Don't try to hope he doesn't do something negative with it. Go do something positive with it, okay? Now, when you say galloping, you use the word galloping. I don't know if you mean loping or cantering. I'm assuming when you say trotting or galloping, you probably mean cantering or loping, okay? I wouldn't even think about cantering that horse outside whatsoever until when I go to trot him off, he's listening to me, he's anticipating me doing something to him. When I go to that cone or when I go to the rock or bush on the ground and I go get ready to circle, I want to trot up to that, feeling him anticipating, I know we're going to circle, we're not running, I get it, okay? This is a big go-to for us when we get outside, whether it's the serpentine exercise or essentially it's the post and circle exercise. When we say going cone to cone, bush to bush, rock to rock, that's essentially what it is. It's post and circle. It's a straight line to an object, circle when you get around the object, okay? It's another way, again, to redirect the horse's feet, redirect his energy. How do we get the horse to use the thinking side of his brain? We move the feet, forwards, backwards, left, and right. So in this scenario, everything lateral. Only pull on one rein at a time. If a horse is being hot and nervous or wants to run off or trying to buck you off, you don't need to be thinking about pulling back on two reins whatsoever. Chances are what's happening here is when the horse gets to going, they're letting him go too far and he's getting excited and he's kind of kicking up and playing. it doesn't sound like, if you're telling me that he's riding around the arena and he's just fine, chances are he's not really trying to buck you off. Okay, that's probably not what's happening out here. He gets excited out there and he wants to run and kind of hump up and play around or kick out. And if you lose your balance and fall off, it scares him. Then he goes and runs across the pasture, runs down the road. All right. The next thing I would tell you here is, once you get outside, be proactive. That'd be my first thought for you. The next thing is, before you take him out of the arena, go get him walk, trotting, and cantering in the arena. Go do some rollbacks, stage 1 on the fence. Go knock a little energy off of it. It sounds like this horse has just got way too much energy and he's using it in a negative way against you. So go get him a little tired in that arena. I don't care if you put a full ride in the arena. Go ride him around for an hour, get some sweat on his neck, get him hopping and puffing a little bit. So when you take him out on the trail, it looks like a good deal. Make your idea look like it's his idea, all right? So without seeing whether or not this horse is getting scared, sticking his head between his knees and trying to buck this person off, it's a little hard for me to say exactly, but my gut tells me from your description that's what's going on. So those are the two main things that I would tell you. You need to go back and get better control of his feet on the ground and under saddle in your arena. You need to get him a little more tired before you take him outside, and you got to be a lot more proactive once you get outside about training on the horse. Don't sit on him and hope he's going to behave. Go give him something to do when you get outside.
Take your horsemanship to the next level. The No Worries Club Premium membership is your ultimate portal to complete your horse training. You'll have access to Clinton's complete training library, thousands of hours of step-by-step instructional videos. You'll master all aspects of horsemanship, from fundamentals to trick training. You'll have access to our exclusive social network that connects you with thousands of dedicated horsemen from around the world. You'll have the method available wherever you are and accessible through the web, your phone and tablets, or your favorite streaming devices. You'll receive 8 all-new training videos per year and the quarterly No Worries Journal, as well as access to the ever-growing video library, Q&As, performance horse series, blogs, and more. But that's not all. You also get free tickets to walkabout tours and priority access to the latest news coming from Down Under horsemanship. Not to mention VIP pricing on all of Clinton's must-have training tools. So what are you waiting for? Unlock the ultimate access and jumpstart your training program today.